Okay. Click the button. I'm live. Damn, my place is hot. Alright, can I have this on? Hey, hon. I don't have a title yet. I just kind of popped on. Hey, hon. I don't have a title yet. I just kind of popped on. Hey, hon. I don't have a title yet. Okay, so I just kind of popped on. My week has been interesting. Okay, so I just kind of popped on. My week has been interesting. Okay, so I know I'm live. I can hear the audio. And yeah, so my week's been interesting. So I've dealt with changes in the cam model industry where a website I was working on and got paid for in December, they vanished, is the best I can describe it, and they became a bigger website, or the bigger website bought the smaller website. I don't know the details. Nobody's telling anything. I just know that I have one less website to work on. It was because I had, yeah, the echo should be fine now. As far as I know, yeah, because I muted the, so like when you go live on YouTube and you go through the control panel, you can actually click on the video feed to test the audio, and I did that already. So the audio should be fine. Let me know about the audio, and yeah, so I basically now work less websites than I did before, which is good. So I've lessened my workload where I work 3 websites, but I'm trying to see if I can still work my 5 websites. And the reason I still want to see if I can work my 5 websites is the other 2 websites, I've earned money on them, but because they're still below the minimum threshold of getting paid from the companies, I still have to work on them until I reach that amount. Then they mail me the check. But the traffic on those websites are really, really, really awful to deal with. So this is the annoying part about being a cam model and working websites, is that I have no idea what your question is, Jean. I have no idea what that is. Maybe rephrase it so I can read it and actually understand what you're talking about. I don't know what your question is. So now I work 3 websites. The 3 websites I work, I've been with them a long time, which is great. I love that this business has longevity in it. So my work has been more consistent this week, enough where I feel like I can pay my cell phone bill on time, which is good, because typically I struggle with that. But then I also have to remember that I have a chronic illness. It's not like I'm 24 again or 18 again. I'm a little older than that. I got years on me. So my mind thinks I can work the same way I used to. And then when I physically go and do it, I realize I have limitations. So I'm not able to work the way that I usually do work. And it just comes with getting older. And I was watching a video of one of the people I know in the internet marketing space, and he talked about the exact same thing. So there's this physical and mental shift that happens when you get older working in something, that you just can't hustle as hard as you would when you're younger. And then it brought up for me personally a lot of issues I had with my family hating my work, which is why I thought about dealing with making the title of Dealing with Haters as a, oh, did you finish writing it? Did I spell that word right? Okay, good, I did. So yeah, that's my title. We're gonna work with that because it's easier to work with that title because it popped up in multiple places that I have not dealt with since I started being a cam model. Because I've been at it for 16 years, and my default of people that don't like my job and they have issues about it, that I would, again, I don't know what you're talking about, Gene. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. That, like, just, like, listen to what I'm saying and maybe have an appropriate question or comment to what I'm talking about. Because what are you posting right now? I don't know what you're talking about. And I may just have to just kick you out of the chat so I can finish on my topic about what I'm talking about right now. Because that was the whole point of me going on live. I have videos on my channel. I talk about things in my life. One of the main things in my life is I happen to have a career working as a live stream adult webcam performer. I've been doing that for 16 years. I'm also an entrepreneur where I market and promote other products and services on the internet, working from home full time. I pretty much dropped out of high school, got making money on the internet, had a brief career in the porn industry. Now I'm able to maximize my transferable skills, working in internet marketing. That's great, you're French, but I don't understand you. So if I don't understand you, stop talking in chat. It's just a whole lot easier if you just don't say anything in chat. It really is. If you're watching my live stream and me, the host of the live stream, cannot understand what you type in chat, and you continue to type a sentence that I personally do not understand, stop talking. It's really that easy. I'm also dealing with that issue when I work my webcam job. The webcamming now has branched out to multiple countries, where multiple countries will be in my chat room, and they all want to post something in my chat in their country's language as if I'm supposed to understand it, when it clearly says on my profile I only speak English. Like, regardless of every website having a translate feature where I could type and then have it translate in different languages, if I don't even know the original language that the person is typing in, it makes no sense to try to have a conversation with them if they're speaking a language I don't understand. But that's a whole nother thing about being a cam model, is that the longer this business becomes a business and stays around, it branches out to other parts of the world that are now getting access to internet and credit cards, and the first thing people are doing is going to see webcam models on the internet. This is also a thing about cam models that I really, really don't like, of them thinking that they can be in this industry and be anonymous. It's impossible. It is impossible. Pretty much of when I started being a cam model, the reason my family found out of me being a cam model was because my sister's high school friend found my website, sent it to my sister. My sister told my dad. Then my dad told my mom, and my mom ambushed me in the car. I was not living at home. I left home long when I started. And now, looking back at it, I really don't know why she had to go tell him, because then nothing, like, I wasn't living at home. Me leaving home should have been a good indicator that my family did something wrong for me to move out at the age that I moved out. Yeah, maybe Christmas I'll get drunk and I'll talk to my family about this issue, because the new stuff I'm dealing with in therapy or bringing up a whole bunch of other stuff, maybe I will. Or maybe I just, make a lot of money and go on a really wonderful vacation and not talk to any of my family members, because I'm getting in that stage in my life now where I don't want to talk to them because of them being, my family was my first hater of me working in this industry. Then my friends, and then boyfriends. And it's still the same pattern that's happening right now with me being a full-time online entrepreneur in multiple industries. It's not like, oh, I only do webcam. I do other stuff. And I'm starting to learn about other ways of making money online, like investing. That is like, yeah, but my family has this stupid warped idea because I didn't go to college, I'm not successful, which is fine. I now learn with estate planning that I can make sure my legal agreements, when I make my will and my trust and all those wonderful legal documents you can make, that none of them get any of my future assets that I'm building for myself right now. As part of the whole, once you identify who the haters are, and if they're not like, because there's two categories of haters. There's categories of haters that you can interact with face to face. Then there's another category of haters that you would never see in your entire life because they're trolling on the internet. Trolls on the internet are very easy to deal with because you block them, you tell, like, they unsubscribe from your email list, they stop watching your content, and if they're still hating and watching your content, they have other issues. It's pretty easy to identify those types of haters. But then it comes to haters that are in your family or your friends or your circles. Yeah, alright, I'm just, again, if you don't make sense, just stop, like, just, I can't, like, I really hope people on the replay watching this video leave better comments that I can actually understand and read and actually have a proper conversation, because making the content and reading the comments, it becomes very difficult interacting with the audience that are posting stuff on my channel that have either nothing to do with what I'm talking about, or there's not clear communication for clarification, so I can give you the proper information based on the question that you're asking. This is the one downside of building a YouTube channel that I'm discovering in this journey of reaching this many subscribers, building my brand. Like, making content for my tribe is like super important, but to build your tribe and get to the tribe that really loves your content and your message, you go through a lot of people that should not be there. It's just so, yeah, it's just, professionally as a content creator, very, very difficult. Super, super difficult. And because content creating is digital, content creating is new, I'm not even sure who to talk to about these new obstacles and feelings I'm having at all. Because I really, like, I didn't think I would get here, and now that I'm here, and I gotta push through so I can get to the next side of my income goals and traveling to different places around the world and more skydiving. I'll get through the process. It's fine. It really is. It's fine. Like, it's fine. Like, when I, yeah, it's fine. we'll, we'll get there. We'll get there. Like we'll totally get there. Okay, so right of I don't remember what I was talking about. Man, between chat popping up and me trying to get a message out, I may just I may not even keep this video up. I may have to redo this video at a different time with the same title because I don't think it's gonna work out the way I thought it would be when I press record. Okay, right. Oh, yeah, well, this sucks. This really, I do find it funny though that there's a batch of people out there, they want to be online creators. They're too scared to post a video. They're too scared to go live. I went live with very little plan of what I wanted to do. I just went live. I wasn't worried about going, maybe because I dealt with it being a cam model. That's all I can think of. I dealt with a lot of the obstacles of new digital entrepreneurs are having that I don't really worry about. That's all I can think of. Hopefully I'm back on topic because like right now for me, I'm just trying to hit my income targets. For me, the fastest path to cash, the fastest way to cash is being a cam model. Then I know once I build up my foundation of being a cam model, pay off my debt, rebuild my credit, it is to build multiple streams of income. I know the next fastest way of building multiple streams of income is to become a marketer, an affiliate marketer. Then I know from being involved in the affiliate marketing community, it is to also be involved in the network marketing community. So just business, entrepreneur wise, vision wise, I know if I stick with it, the $30,000 a month that I want to make, the $50,000 a month I want to make, the $100,000 I want to make is very, very, very possible. And it starts with being a cam model where I focus on making $100 a day to $1,000 a day. Start there, take a peek, like, because I was right. The Richest Man in Babylon, I was reading or listening to the audiobook about that, and there's a phrase in that book that says, a part of all I earn is mine to keep. Which, you know, being young when I started making money, I didn't stick with that behavior long term. I have to re-practice that behavior of a part of all I earn is mine to keep, which starts back with for me, where first dollar ever made was from being a cam model. The second dollar I ever made for myself was being an affiliate marketer. And for everything that I know for myself, doing trial and error, jumping in with both feet, completely like knowing that if it all fell apart, I can go to college. It's still the plan. If everything falls apart, I will go to college and go into the IT career field. Like that's the plan. That's still the plan. And maybe if I can handle the reading of the books and stuff, maybe still be a lawyer. I don't even know. But definitely most likely IT. But then because when I've learned about affiliate marketing and those people in affiliate marketing, there's so many possibilities of building a brand, building an email list, building a blog, building all your digital content assets, and having people trust you enough to buy the product and services that you recommend. Because there's affiliate marketing in so many places. This is just you doing the word of mouth, telling somebody, I like this product, you should buy this product. When they buy that product, the company pays you a commission for getting the customer to buy the product. And a lot of it just happens automatically. Like it just, It's just the way it does. Just happens the way it does. And it's really, really, really awesome. Where I went and I have screenshots of all the money I earned from 2003 to up until now, of multiple places that I've earned commissions from just, I'm not sure exactly how I did it. Let's break that down. How did I make money off the internet without actually knowing how I made money off the internet? Well, I knew blogging. I had my blog. Then, yes, me being in the adult industry built up some type of online presence where people liked me enough to buy whatever link I had on my blog or anywhere they saw me with my face and a link. That's pretty much what I know. Yeah. So, being online, doing the webcam thing on those webcam places, and then me using my same face, it's not like I'm going to change my face, and then building up a blog, another website, my social media, and then having links to products and services that I like, use, recommend, and people buying them because they like the words coming out of my mouth or are right on a screen. That's pretty like, and again, new people starting this, I don't understand how you think that's complicated. I did it without even knowing what I was doing because somebody told me to read a book on affiliate marketing. I did, and I wrote a blog about what I learned out of the book. Again, 2003, not a whole lot of people talking about this stuff. You pretty much have to read a book and then go figure it out. Yeah. See, it's like I get where all the stuff where I came from, but to get myself the congratulations or the pat on the back or the recognition or some level where I'm proud of myself, a lot of difficult work. And it's mostly coming from the fact that my childhood was horrible on getting recognition and validation and encouragement of things that I'm naturally good at that my family can recognize that I'm doing. It's, yeah, it's going to be awesome once I reach my millions of dollars, and my family is going to then all of a sudden remember, oh yeah, you do good. Like really, like this is where it comes up. I cut them off, I go be the rich family member like my uncle and never talk to the family, and then the family gossips about me. Or I show my face once in a while and they recognize I'm successful, and then I have to deal with their annoying fake conversation of them saying that they're proud of me, but they never were supportive. Ever. Like, they never took the time to understand me. They never took the time to figure out what I like based on my personality. Yeah. Which the whole hater category, that's what it fits in. That's pretty much the hater behavior. Is that you go out, you go be successful, then everybody who told you no, you shouldn't go do that, they run around and say, oh, I knew that would work out for you, when really the first words out of their mouth were telling you not to do something. Like, this is why, luckily, there's prenuptial agreements, there's wills, there's estate planning, there's trusts, there's setting up foundations. It doesn't matter if they're family. Like, I hate the fact that because they have half of my DNA, that I owe them something. I don't owe them anything. I don't owe, like, the minute I left home at 18, they didn't care when I left home. I left home, made it all on my own, found my first apartment, found my second apartment. I went through 4 apartments by myself. They had nothing to do with any of those. No, because there's nothing to prove to them because they don't recognize anything I do. I need to prove it to myself. This is where the whole debt journey payoff is coming from. Me paying off my debt, especially the fact that I got a ridiculous payday loan at 46% interest. Me paying that off and not filing bankruptcy, that is something to do with myself. Because it's $4,068 right now. And then, no, they don't they're not going to recognize anything I do. And if they do recognize what I'm doing, they always find something negative to say about it. So, like, if they come across how much money I'm making, they'll wonder how. Then they'll wonder if that's all I'm making. But again, what's annoying is that I figure out a way to make American dollars living in Canada, maximizing the US currency exchange rate, which means right now, based on the currency exchange rate, I make 30% more money every time I make $1 US. My family are still struggling to make Canadian money in a high tax bracket being employees. I'm self-employed, soon to be a corporation, making more money in the corporation than I do personally, and maximizing every Canadian tax code available to me with a proper accountant and legal team. So while they look at this small amount of money, the whole picture they never see. Like it makes no, and I realize they're not either the maturity level to understand it, or they're too comfortable being miserable. They don't want to change what they're doing. That's basically what it comes down to. Of me trying to get their approval, or them to recognize me, or say that they're proud of me, or they love me. It's just not going to happen. And the title of family, they can hold on to the title, but they don't actually do it. They don't. Like, kind of pointless. Because if it was any other relationship, friends, a boyfriend, even a marriage, you would end it. So this whole, they're family. I have to stay. No. The minute you turn legal age in your country, if your family is toxic, run away from them. And really the only thing that kind of holds you to your family is manipulation obligations that they're trying to push on you, or financial. That's pretty much it. Any therapist, any counselor, addiction program, the 12-step program would tell you to set boundaries, stick with them, and cut off people that are going to bring you down. I'm 10, 12 years in therapy. Yeah, I'm going to have to practice what I've been hearing in therapy all these years, and it means cutting them off. Yeah, and yeah. And then, like, if they're an ex-boyfriend trying to come back into the picture, you wouldn't have them around. Why the hell, like, have a family come hang around? Like, no. No, I'm treating my family just like I treat all my ex-boyfriends. It's been fun. It's been amusing. I'm not putting up with that crap no more. I'm just not. It doesn't, like, I'm 35 next year. I got about 40 or 50 years left, maybe, to go. I'm not going to spend it with people that don't appreciate me or see how wonderful I am. But that includes family. I have a lot of them. Mom's the last out of 15. Dad's out of 9. I got a half brother. I got a sister. I got a fucking new nephew. Yeah, I don't even see any of them. What for? Mom's on mute on my phone right now. Dad doesn't call. And yeah, grandma really is only the last person. But grandma knows. Grandma, we had the talk. I told, like, I can't. Like, grandma gets it. Grandma, I'm 35. Grandma wants me to go out there and do what I do best. Because according to my grandmother, I'm smart. So if I'm smart, I'm not going to put up with these people that bring me down. Too much energy being around family members that don't support me or trying to change me or trying to nitpick at the clothes that I wear, the hair that I have, the boyfriend that I have, the location I live in, the food that I eat. What for? Why? That's insanity. It's pure insanity. They're not there when I go grocery shopping. They're not there when I'm at the hair salon. They're not there when I pick out my clothes. They're not there when I do my laundry. They criticize everything. Oh, but they're family. Oh, they're family. Really? This is the best argument you got that I have to put up with this family? Really? Like a better reason than, oh, they're family, but they literally suck the life out of you when you want to die. I'm not going to put up with it. You could do it. If you are with your family and they make you feel like you're invisible and you still go back to them, you can do that insanity. I'm not. I'm not. I know the whole year I've been talking about this subject because it's been what's been happening in my personal therapy, where it came up again, and then as soon as I attacked my finances, all of those things related to my upbringing and handling money came back again because of the way that my family taught me about money or lack of teaching me about money, where I have to reprogram. Oh, thank you, hon. I have to reprogram all of those behaviors, all of those teachings. Of There's a memory of I'm living at the house. This is years or months before I left home. My dad got the bills for the house. The electric bill, the gas bill, the phone bill were super, super high. This is the man that was told me and my sister have to go live with him, who did no preparation whatsoever for 2 grown teenage females in his house. He decided to yell and throw things because he was upset about the cost of the electric bill, the gas bill, the phone bill, because he didn't plan or adjust or talk to me and my sister about things in the house that would cost money. We moved in, this man made no financial preparation for raising teenagers. This is the chaotic things my family has done. So yes, instantly minute I turned 18, I left. My sister, she was on track academically and sports-wise to get scholarships. She knew sticking through school and getting her scholarships was her way out. It's not like me and my sister were the best of friends. We're still not the best of friends. But we both had our escape plans of leaving this toxic behavior lifestyle produced by our parents. So this whole thing about, oh, their family, no. Like, no. Family has to mean you really give a crap. Like you have to really care. These people don't. They care about materialistic things. They care about having a mortgage forever. They care about the new car that they're going to buy. They care about dreading to when they're going to have retirement because they made no financial planning to have multiple streams of income. They made no financial planning to plan their retirement so they can enjoy their lives. For everything we know about finding a purpose and, doing things that you're passionate about, law of attraction, all those things, my family find every negative way of twisting it around as if it's holding them back or some oppressive thing in their head about it. Like they get up, they work their jobs that have them at their jobs 16 hours a day with a 4-hour break, doing as many shifts as possible. Come home tired, as miserable, and drink to oblivion every weekend. That's their that's how they think they're living a happy life. All of them do it. All of them do it. Pick a family member and ask them if they drink or smoke. They all do it. I don't know how I got out my family sober. I really don't. I re- I'm looking back at everything that happened to me, and I came out of there sober, not addicted to anything. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. Sober, and the only thing I think of is because I left there as fast as possible to save myself. This, this the only this the only thing I can think of. I left there as fast as humanly possible to save myself. But we're gonna have the argument of, oh, they're family. You should stick with your family. They are not my family. And the thing is, the moments I do go spend time with them, their behavior has not changed because they didn't watch me grow up. They didn't watch me do any of the stuff that I'm doing. I did it on my own. And they would come in and tell me, oh, you should go to college and whatever. Like, no. I went to college to make these people happy. I didn't finish. I still got the student loan. Student loan right now is $2,600. It should be gone in 6 months. I've done like their approval, me doing things for their, I've done it. I've gone to debt trying to get things for their approval. No, no, no. Next thing on the list is to have my locks changed, let my management office know that these people they're not wanted on the premises because I can't have these people around. Like, once you know the clear boundaries of what you want in your life, the joy you want in your life, the, like, yes, there's going to be times when things seem bleak and sad, but if you set up the foundation and your boundaries of everything, you have more good days than bad days. Like, yeah, I'm going through multiple sclerosis. I did an MRI, they found stuff in my spine, my arm does some weird stuff all the time. Great. Doctors know what it is. Doctors are putting me in treatment programs where we're doing the whatever treatment they can come up with, I'm trying it. I'm not negative about it. Some days, yes, it feels like, oh my God, it's the end of the world, I cannot move my arm. Or my feet are so swollen, I cannot walk. Again, because I did the work in therapy and I did all the work on myself, it's temporary. I kind of laugh about it and then I go work or I come online, I make my content. But I definitely know I'm more likely to get better or live with my multiple sclerosis more like normal by not being around my family. I already know that. My best chance of living through this chronic illness is without my family. Because the medical support is out there. But the people support, it's not my family. It's not. I know that. Same thing with living my bipolar disorder. Going through treatment, going through medications, going through hospitalization, going through all that stuff. My family was not there. But we're going to say, oh, they're family, you should still keep them. Keep them for what? Keep them for what? When I was hospitalized, they didn't come get me when I was checked out. No. How many times? Like, let me recap how many times I was hospitalized in my head. No. Family? No. Every time I got a prescription for a new psychotropic drug or antidepressant drug or sleeping pill or referral for therapy, doctor's appointments, waiting lists for doctor's appointments. No, family, no. We're still gonna hold on to these people? Like family as in mom or dad? None. Like, yeah. The two people that gave me life were not involved in me getting to the place that I am right now psychologically. They cannot take credit for this. This is all me. Like, all me. If they try to take credit for it, I would call them out on it. I know all my resources available to me and I have access to all of them. Like, I happen to be, like, I think the only good thing about my two parents is them being in this country to have me. That's it. And making sure that they fill out the proper paperwork, that I'm a citizen of this country. That's it. They're smart enough to do that. They're smart enough to have me in this country, fill out the paperwork to say that I'm a citizen of this country because I'm born in this country, so I have access to all the services and resources in this country. That's it. I give them that. Like, I give them that. I give them that. But that's it. Everything else? No. Like, that's the only good thing they did is that they came here to this country. They met each other in this country. They had me and my sister in this country. They filled out the paperwork to say that we live in this country, we're born in this country, where this is our country that we, like for me and my sister. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Like, yeah. Everything else, no. Like, it would, no, there's too much proof. The amount of proof of what they've done is very, very difficult to forgive these people. As in forgiving for me is two ways. You can forgive people so you can move on with your life. You have to do that. If you want to have a really good life and live at the best of your ability, you have to forgive so you can move on. The other type of forgiving is forgiving people and you still have a relationship with them. I don't. That type of forgiving and still have a relationship with them where I still see them of dinner, vacations, or whatever, no. Because forgiving used to confuse me a lot because of being told I need to forgive people, and I'm like, I don't want a relationship with these people. Why am I forgiving them? So now I'm in a place, I forgive everybody. I need to go out and be a millionaire. Do we understand the difference? Like, if we understand the difference, okay, great. Because I've been running on for like 40 something minutes. And it's been fun because I started off not really knowing what I was going to talk about. And then we decided we'll talk about haters and dealing with them, setting boundaries, which is great. But yeah, it's just kind of the place I'm at right now is going to change. I know that because of the rules and expectations I'm setting that I'm following through on. And it's because I'm setting these boundaries, expectations for people that have really, really messed up certain things in my life, and I'm taking the responsibility to change everything, things are going to be a whole lot different. Which means, since I've done all the forgiving and acceptance and self-love out of it, the money I want to make will come to me as fast as it possibly can. Because that's ultimately what it comes down to. We live in a world where it functions on money. If you have any issues and blocks around money that are related to your upbringing and values and self-esteem, things like that, you have to clear them. Like, even if you can figure out the behavior of money, because it's more behavior than it is psychological, the psychological part really affects the behavior part. So great, I've done all the psychological work I can do on trauma and my upbringing. Next thing on that list is to deal with my financial beliefs that affect my behavior, that affect my bank account. Things are coming in a lot faster than before, which is great. Even with my mild limitations of I sometimes can't move my left arm. Yeah, it's very frustrating because I do everything for myself. I'm lifting my laundry, I'm doing the grocery shopping, I'm doing the dishes, like I'm doing the cleaning. Sometimes I can't move my left arm. Then I gotta wait till my left arm wants to participate in the activity and then get back to what I'm doing. That's pretty much how I handle dealing with my multiple sclerosis. is laughing at the moment I can't use my left arm. Like really. I like and apparently people out there with multiple sclerosis, they're able to drive. So my goal of wanting my driver's license is still there, which is great. I just got like, and I'm definitely not interested in owning a car, but the fact that once I go through the process of getting my driver's license, I will be able to drive a car when I need a car. Because it's all about the whole independence thing and my own resources and not depending on anybody for anything. Like the older you get and the more mature you get, you kind of have to be really self-sufficient. Otherwise, life is just going to be a little bit difficult. Like pretty much from the age of 6 until now. Pretty much. Like the minute you start grade 1, it becomes serious. Like real serious. Because that's when I knew it changed a lot. And everything I thought was like secure wasn't. Because I had the language to put it together. Age of 6, I had the language to put it together. I knew exactly my environment was toxic. I just couldn't do anything about it. But I knew growing up, the older I got, having more rights and responsibilities, I took them. Which is funny, my dad hates that I did that. He hates that I did that. Like, in this country, when you reach certain ages, you're allowed to see your family doctor by yourself. Around 12 or once you reach double digits, pretty much. Once you reach over the age of 10, there's certain things you're allowed to do on your own. Once I had those abilities and I knew I was allowed to do it, and I used them to my ability, my dad started to hate me. He still does, because he still brings it up. This is why I'm laughing. He still brings it up. He's, he still brings it up. As if I'm not supposed to stand on my own, defend myself, and tell people where to go. Which you can get a pretty good indicator that how controlling that he is. It's not like it magically changed because I don't live there anymore. He just found other ways to replace it. Yeah. I don't know what the hell is going to happen at Christmas, but I know if I'm still in this transitional phase and I see these people, yeah, they're not gonna like what I have to say to their face. They're just not. Like the whole boundaries thing, doing things that you want because you have a passion for, like living your life on your own terms, as long as you're not breaking any laws or hurting anybody. Yeah, because you stand up for yourself, you set the boundaries for yourself, and the people that used to hurt you, that no longer are able to hurt you, feel like you owe them something. They get very angry, very defensive once you start standing up for yourself. And I'm like, I just have too many family members where that's happening. They act like I'm supposed to stay quiet and submissive and robotic, like I'm going to do it my whole entire life. No. Like, Why? I'm not going to play that game no more. Yeah. Yeah. See, this is what happens when you personally develop yourself. This is what happens when you start reading personal development books. Like, you go through therapy, you go through all the changes, you go through all the growth, you rehabilitate yourself. And this is what happens. You sit down, like, you really put your foot down. Like, it's just, yeah, I can't. I just find it funny because years ago, I was never in this place. I was never in my, I thought, I thought, like, I just couldn't do it. Nah, I gotta keep going. Like, I really, like, I, because, like, I live on my own, I'm making my own money, I'm filing my taxes, I pay for all the things that I need for myself, I travel when I want, and they hate it. They hate all of it. Do they think I'm supposed to stay like an infant forever? Because when you're an infant, like, you have no choice. You have to wait for the whole world around you to be there for you. And then you get older, and then you realize you do it for yourself, and then people that thought they could walk all over you are just so upset. This is also why the ex-boyfriend, I blocked him again. Like, yeah. And I'm really, really hoping he doesn't find another way to try contact me. Because I really don't want to go through that process of finding more ways of making sure he's not able to contact me. I already got to do it with my family. I don't need to add more people to that list. Because my sanity needs, like, yeah, like it, like when you find peace with yourself, you do everything you can to protect it. Like, I just can't. Like my mental peace, my psychological peace, my financial peace. No, like, yeah, which is great. I'm glad it didn't take me like 50 years or longer to heal from all of this stuff. Like, I've been on this healing thing for like 18, 18 till now. Yeah, yeah. Like, protecting my finances, that's one thing. But protecting my sanity and my psychological well-being, whole another level. Like, serious whole another level. Which is great, which means the financial goals I have for myself, they will happen because psychological me is taken care of. Which makes sense of why I got the semicolon. Semicolon for me is about keep going. Because the me that was messed up is not messed up anymore. And the me that's going to be rich and travel, have a jet plane, have a yacht. Yeah. And I'm young enough where once I achieve those things, I'll be able to enjoy all of them. Not bad. I'm not 40. I got 6 years to 40. You know how awesome it's going to be 50 and bloody, filthy rich like Scrooge McDuck? Like, really, really awesome. Like, really, really awesome. All right. We're done. It's been fun. I said a bunch of stuff in here. If you watched the video this long, thank you. Yeah. The thing about going live and me just randomly saying my thoughts, it goes in any possible direction. It just does. It goes in any possible direction the way the spirit moves me. And what I understand from this process, I'm doing a really, really great job. My family, too bad. They're never going to see it. And thank you so much, Jean, for the super chat. I really, really appreciate it. I know the language barrier. The thing is, if you wrote some French, I can read French. I took French immersion. I just answer back in English. So the French is in there in my brain. It'll just take a little bit longer to activate the French part of my head. Like, I can read it, I can understand some of the words in French, and then I answer back in English. It also happened in a job interview I went to. I went to a job interview for the government. It's a bilingual position, French and English. The whole entire interview was in French. She spoke to me in French. I answered back the whole time in English. And she got so frustrated with me that she was like, "You understand what I said to you. You just need to say it in French." And that's the only reason I didn't get that job. Like, if I go back to all my like job interviews, this is the best one that I had, because the only thing that stopped me from getting the job was speaking the language I learned as a child. And even now, like, I go shopping, labels are French. I still know what I'm buying. Just I pick it up and I respond back in English. Maybe if I move to Paris, the French will come back or something. That would be great, because I just need to I need to be immersed in it to speak it again. All right, we're done. I have to go take my medication. That's why the phone went off. First time you've seen my face, you want to see more of this face, subscribe to the channel. I tend to pop on live whenever I feel like it. That's when the bell notification will let you know when I'm live or when I upload a video. Yeah, it's been really, really fun sharing you all this personal stuff that I've been healing from and moving forward with. And I will see you on the next one. Smooches.